Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer and welcome to my workshop. I have a pretty big announcement to make. It's nothing world changing, it's nothing negative, but I wanted to do this video for some time now, and I'm hoping that you will join me as I have created a new Patreon. Now, I know if you're like me, you're probably overwhelmed with Patreon. You probably support some people, which I do as well. I used to have a Patreon and I stopped it. I used it specifically for publishing some zines for a while, and then I let it go. But recently I've decided that I'm going to restart it. It's called the Tabletop Engineers Gaming Workshop. There's really only two tiers to it, two levels of patronage or whatever, because I'm trying to keep it simple. Why am I doing a Patreon? Well, here's the deal. Right now, I publish on YouTube a number of gameplay videos. Right now I'm doing 5 to 6 a week. They're usually 30-minute long videos or less. The games I'm playing right now include Death Wizards, 4 Against Darkness, 2D6 Dungeon. There may be some more. I publish them in batches. I'm trying to get on a regular schedule, but those are the public videos that I put out, and I'm going to continue those. I will continue to do 2D6 Dungeon and 4 Against Darkness and Death Wizards until they play out, and then I may move to some other videos or other games. But the reason I am moving to Patreon, or the reason I'm adding a Patreon, is I'm going to throw up an image on screen right now. The image you're looking at is a summary of my YouTube payment, its revenue, for just a month, $114. I'm putting out, I don't even remember, I'm not looking at the data right now, but it's something like 25,000 minutes of viewable time per month. I've got 3,000 subscribers and growing, and something changed. Something changed in the YouTube business plan or algorithm or whatever you want to call it. And my monthly revenue went from like 300 to 400 sometimes down to 100. And I've been watching it. It just sits there and it just sort of hovers around 100. It'll go up to 120 and then it'll go down to 95. And I don't know what happened. Nothing changed in the amount of videos I was putting out, other than I was putting out more videos. I thought if I ramped up 1 or 2 extra videos per week, maybe I'd see a change, and I haven't. The number of subscribers is growing. I'm adding about 200 to 250 new subscribers per month, and I'm putting out the same amount of content, but the revenue is coming down, and I don't understand that, other than I've spoken to other YouTube creators that I know who are out there, and they say the same thing. Something changed. Their revenue has dropped or is dropping, and I've seen mine just, and so I don't want to stop putting out my gameplay videos. If anything, I'm getting more viewers, more comments, more view time, and I want to increase it. I want to do more games, more videos. I am very fortunate in the situation I'm in. I used to be a technical writer. For those of you who don't know, I used to write for a living. I wrote books, technology books, and quite a few years ago, I stopped doing that, and I have since been producing zines. I produce Delver, which is for old school Dungeons and Dragons type games, old school OSR, OSE, those kind of games. Delver. And I also publish Runes, and this is for a game called Shadow Dark, a new RPG. And I put out, every other month, I put out 2 zines. I used to put out 6 a month, or 6 a year. Now I'm doing 12 or more a year. Sometimes I do one-off zines. My zines have allowed me to basically pay myself a salary. I'm not making near what I made as a technology writer, but I get to work at home. I get to see my family, my wife and kids more. I'm happier. I have more energy. Mondays, I don't dread Mondays. I get up and I get to create content for something I enjoy. I create gaming content. And the zines and my laser business, that's another business I have. Between the laser business and my zines, I am making a comfortable living given that I work from home. I don't have to drive my car, and I save on gas and things like that. So I'm not complaining about the income. What I am going to complain about is YouTube and the amount of time I spend creating videos, playing games, shooting the video, editing the video, creating custom content for the video like cards or thumbnails and things like that. It all adds up. And when you get your paycheck each month from YouTube and you see it going down, you just realize that something has changed. Something is not working the way it used to. And so something has to change. And what that change is I am going to offload some of my work that I want to do for gameplay videos to Patreon. And that means those videos will be private. They will be for my patrons who subscribe or pay a monthly fee. Now, the monthly fee, I am trying to keep it low. I participate in some Patreons that are like $10 a month, $15 a month. I'm not going that route. Instead, what I'm doing is I'm going to take the engineer's point of view. My engineering professor, I had an engineering professor years ago. He says, you can tackle a problem if it needs money. Let's say you need $10,000. You could ask 1,000 people to give $10, or you could ask 10,000 people to give $1, or you could ask 100 people to give $1,000. You get my point. What I'm trying to go for is quantity. I want my patrons to not have to pay a lot, but I need more patrons to bring that income up to support the work I'm going to do. So what am I going to be doing? Let's talk about what this new Patreon and is going to be offering the patrons who join it. All right, these are not in any particular order. These are games that I have already shot video for. I've already done the video, I've recorded it, I've edited it, and the videos are starting to queue up. One of the games is this one, Care Nathalis. This is a solo dungeon delve, thick book. It's a more complex dungeon crawl than what I would say like 4 Against Darkness or 2D6. But I want to play this, and this is going to be one of those solo games that my patrons get to watch. Here's a new one, Death Ship 1 from Joseph McCullough, the creator of Stargrave and Frostgrave. This one is another solo war game that I plan on offering videos for. Speaking of Joe McCullough, Stargrave. You a Stargrave fan? Are you a Frostgrave fan? I am moving my Stargrave and Frostgrave campaigns and all the videos to Patreon. These videos will be private. They will not be put up publicly on YouTube because I found that these have my highest viewership, at least for now. So I'm hoping to get some Frostgrave and Stargrave fans who want to see regular gaming content, new scenarios, up-close video of the miniatures and discussion of the rules. That's what I'm going to be doing. What else? I have a game called D100 Dungeon that I currently am putting out there on the public YouTube, on my public YouTube channel. That's not going to change. I'm still going to play D100 Dungeon, but on my private Patreon, I'm going to be doing D100 Space. So if you want to see the science fiction version of D100 Dungeon played, this is the one. I've already got some videos recorded. They're ready to go. And that will be another game that I'm going to be playing. Here's another one, Core Space. I love this game. I don't get to play it very often, but if I'm getting paid by my patrons to put Core Space videos up, I'm going to do it. Now, I will be monitoring the viewership of these videos. There'll be statistics and things. I can see what's popular and what's not popular. If I find that the Core Space viewership is dropped, then I'll try to replace it with a game that people do want to watch. I may even ask my viewers, my patrons, What games do you want me to play? But I cannot wait to start Core Space again. I've already got the first video shot. I did the second one yesterday. It's not edited. And the reason I'm telling you about these queuing up of videos is, in the past, I've usually shot a video and then released it in a couple days. And what it is, it's very hard to do that because you can't anticipate things like your kid getting sick, or maybe you have to travel with your family to some family emergency or something. You can't predict when you're going to be out of your workshop. And so it makes it hard to make videos in a regular pattern that viewers get to enjoy. So a while back, what I did was I took a break and I started shooting videos, and I started queuing them up in YouTube, not publishing them, but just queuing them up. And now I flipped the switch like a couple weeks back, and it's so much easier on me, stress-wise and time-wise, because I shouldn't tell you this, but I probably have about 40 videos queued up just for the public YouTube channel. Those include 2D6 Dungeon, 4 Against Darkness, D100 Dungeon, some Death Wizards, or I've got like 3 of those queued up. I play these games, I tend to play them all at once, like multiple scenarios, and then I upload 5 or 6, at a time. And if I space them out over a week each or twice a week, I find that I've got videos scheduled out to like September, October, but because I don't have to stress about, oh my gosh, I got to shoot another video tomorrow. No, I've got videos queued up, so I can be looking at October, November, December timeframe. And if a day comes where I can't shoot any videos, I don't have to sweat it. I will just find a Saturday, for example, where I can shoot 2, 3, 4 videos. My current plan of attack right now that's working for me is I shoot about 3 gaming videos per day. That's between the hours of like 9 a.m. and 3 p.m., sometimes later. I shoot about 3 per day. I usually edit them the next day, which the editing can take a while or it not. It depends on the game. Some games can take an hour to edit 30 minutes of video. Some games can take 10 minutes to edit half an hour. It just depends. But what I have discovered is, since I've been queuing up these videos, it has lightened the stress load on me so much that I can make more videos. And so for Patreon, what I've been doing is I anticipate pulling the trigger on August 1st, 2024. That is when I will start releasing videos privately on my Patreon page, and it'll be 4 to 5 videos per week, 1 per day. I want to try to release 2 per day. And depending on how far I can get these videos queued up, that may be a possibility. But because I am getting paid from Patreon by my patrons, the money that if you sign up for my Patreon, that money is going to allow me to dedicate a certain number of hours per day to just the Patreon content, so I can guarantee so many videos per week. I'm treating it like a job, which I know a lot of Patreons that don't do that. They're sporadic in their content. I learned when I was doing a couple zines that I was releasing content every week to a build-up over 52 weeks. And at the end of the 52 weeks, I would publish all that content into a zine that I gave my patrons. The patrons were paying me a monthly fee, but they were getting a guaranteed delivery pretty much. I think in a whole year, I missed maybe 1 or 2 weeks where I had to carry over to the next week. But for video content, it basically allows me to think of it as a job. You're paying me for videos. I am going to make those videos, and they are going to come out on a regular scheduled a timeline, so that you know what to expect each week. You know that you're going to be able to come each week and see a video of X or a video of Y. I can't do that on the YouTube public channel. I am right now, but I can't guarantee it'll last forever because YouTube's not making it worth my time. Honestly, I'll go ahead and say it out loud. My laser business, I sometimes throttle it back. I can control how much my laser business does There's ways I use marketing, and there's ways I use pricing. I can throttle it. During Christmas, when I get slammed, I can sometimes raise my prices just a little bit, and it'll slow down the amount of work because I just get overwhelmed. I won't be doing that with the Patreon. I can't do it with the Patreon, but I tell you this because I could shut down YouTube tomorrow and I would not miss that $100. If anything, that $114 that YouTube is paying me for the amount of content I generate for them, I could just do a couple more projects per day with my laser and I would never miss it. So I love my laser business. I love putting out the zines. These aren't going anywhere. I love writing gaming content. But I also love playing games, war games, and I love recording videos, and I love editing them and sharing them with other gamers. I have met so many people who have become friends of mine because they came up to me at a convention and they said, "Oh, I watch your games." I'm not unapproachable. I have made so many friends that I still have contact with today, and I still see them at conventions and stuff. These are the people who I make the content for. I may not know you, but if you enjoy my video and you comment on it, I'm going to try to respond to it. This is my community. These are my people. And so that's why I don't want to stop making gameplay videos, but I've got to find a way to monetize it in a sense that my time is being compensated. So you're going to find two different tiers for the Patreon. You're going to find a $2 a month and a $5 a month. And I'm not going to go into all the details. The $2 a month, you're going to get access to those private videos. You're also going to get access to the public videos, but you're going to get them a little early. You're also going to get access to some of the PDFs that I release of my custom content and things like that, custom scenarios and stuff for the games I play. But for the $5 a month Patreon, oh, by the way, the $2, you're also going to get a monthly Zoom chat meeting where I don't know how many Zoom can hold. I know it can hold a lot, but I'll work with my patrons to discover what days and times work, and I'll find the one that works for the most people, and we'll have a live discussion. Talk about anything you want. We could paint together, whatever you want to do. Now, the $5 one will also have its own monthly meeting. The $5 guys will have access to that $2 Zoom meeting per month, but then they'll also have their own private one per month because I don't anticipate having as many $5 patrons as I do $2 patrons. So the $5 ones will get their own private one, and they're also going to get some discounts on my publications. I think I'm giving a 15% to them, a 10% to the $2 a month patrons. And then there's some other stuff. There's going to be some one-off games that they'll get to watch. The $2 and the $5, the difference between them is not a whole lot. It's just what you feel you can afford. If you get enjoyments out of my videos and you want to see more of, if you just want to see my regular public content and not pay for my Patreon, that's fine. I will still be putting out videos for my YouTube channel, and those will continue to be free. I guess free is not the right word because they do have ad content added to them. And by the way, YouTube does that mostly. I get to pick when they do a video, but they get to pick the length of it and who it is and all that stuff. They have so much control, but I'm taking back some of that. If they don't want to pay me for the hundreds and hundreds of hours that I put out, and the thousands of hours of viewing that I put out per month, if they don't want to pay me for that, that's okay. It's forced me to find another way to give content to my viewers. All right, that's all I got. A long way to say I have a new Patreon. I would love you to come and join me as a patron. There are things I haven't even figured out yet about things I'll be offering to my patrons. I want to make it fun. I want to make it worth the $2 or $5 a month that you pay if you become a patron. And I'll be looking for ways to make it more valuable to you. I am already thinking that every 100 patrons that get added, I'm going to try to add one new video per week. But at some point, that will break the camel's back. I don't know how, but I may just upfront say, you know what? I'm going to put 5 videos out a week, and then when I get another 100 patrons, I'm going to increase that to 6. We'll see. I am going to do that. I just don't have hard numbers to give you yet, although I'm leaning towards the 100 because it's trackable. All right, that's all I got. This is Jim, the Tabletop Engineer. Thanks for joining me on this non-playthrough video. But I also forgot 5 parsecs from home. I'm going to be doing this one privately. I'm doing the bug hunt game, and I'm probably going to run a 5 parsecs game as well. I got to figure out how I'm going to split it and make it easier to discern which is which. But the bug hunt game, I've already got some video shot of that. It's an awesome game. 5 parsecs from home. I should also mention, I plan on doing a campaign of Hero Quest. I've got the Hero Quest and all the expansions, and they've just been sitting there. I've got them all painted up, and I've been wanting to play that game solo with the app. And I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it private on the Patreon. So if you want to see some Hero Quest, that's another one of the games that I will be playing. All right. That's all I got. I want to end this video on a good note. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for your comments on my videos. Thank you for your corrections on my videos where you find that I interpreted a rule wrong or I missed a rule. Those are the things that solo players miss. We don't have a fellow player to keep us on point. So I thank you for helping me learn the games, and I do appreciate all your feedback. All right, if you have any questions, post them in the comments below. I will do my absolute best to respond. Please be aware that the new videos will not be starting up until the first week of August. And then from there, the floodgates are going to open. And I have so much prepared for y'all, so many videos, so much content to share. And I hope you enjoy all of it. All right, that's it, everybody. Take care.